still completely legal, not anywhere near as potent and phenomenal for microdosing, and kind of just giving people the feel for, you know, a little bit of a mood boost.
Microdosing mushrooms. You may have heard about it already, but some people are buying microdoses of hallucinogenics in candy bars.
You can buy these in smoke shops around the metro area in gummies, hard candies, and chocolate bars, all containing mushrooms.
And nobody regulates them right now. So working for you tonight, Fox 4's Malik Jackson searched for what's actually in these bars, the effects, and the consumer safeguards.
These candy bars are soaring in popularity, but not just for the taste of chocolate.
What we have here is a holistic blend in a really popular category that's been kind of taken off for our industry, in functional mushrooms. So mushrooms that can provide relief with things like PTSD, anxiety, depression.
I consume them solely for mood boosting and as a body relaxant.
They're changing the face of a market. The question, what exactly is in them?
I was a bit confused when my friend mentioned that she was able to buy these chocolates at a corner store. I'm aware that there is no ingredients list. I have tried to do my own research and find the ingredients list with no avail.
So you haven't found what's in them?
I have not.
There's not one ingredient on here besides the highest quality mushroom products on the market. Outside of that, everything that you just explained to me is not on this.
Correct. So with those guys, they're a proprietary listed one. So they will be combinations of like the Lion's Mane, the Cordyceps and the Reishi, and then the Amanita muscaria.
In other words, what some call shrooms.
But do you think it's concerning that someone that buys this doesn't know what's inside?
There's QR codes that a lot of these companies can source out, so there's always more readily information that one can.
So if you scan this QR code, it will tell me what it is?
Should.
So it doesn't. There's no information when I scan this.
Okay.
And for months, that QR code did not work until Fox 4 made nearly a dozen calls. The ingredients for the bars are only listed, but include everything besides the mushrooms that are contained in the bars. Ryan Corice directed us to the owners of Sacred Journey so we could get to the bottom of this.
Can you tell us what type of shrooms are in the Sacred Journey bar?
Real quick, I'm gonna give you my partner's number.
When we asked him about what was in the candy bars, well, it was time to talk to somebody else.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
So back to the hub.
How are these shrooms legal versus the ones that we see on the streets or the ones that are banned?
Of course.
What is the difference?
I
Can
think
you tell us that?
it's the combination of their ingredients. So their ingredients, and you can kind of have like certain balances of those functional mushrooms already listed, and it can have effects that are powerful and that can go as you gauge in that sense. But they're not going to be the audio sensory kind of projections that you see in like a street mushroom.
The director of Missouri's Poison Center says they've dealt with similar products.
We really are not sure what's in there. We're really warning consumers, people who bring it into their homes for safety for their children as well, that they need to stay away from these products because, one, we have had situations where the product is adulterated and there are totally different ingredients in there, and actually sometimes even prescription drugs that can cause trouble.
Of the three shrooms that Corice mentioned, Amanita muscaria is the only one that has the psychedelic component that can cause hallucinations.
Do you think that the general person knows what they're buying, or do you think that they think that they're buying what we know as shrooms?
I would think, you know, and it's definitely perception. It's always a little bit different what their experience may be in that kind of manner. But no, like for us, it's a microdosing. It's a more chill approach. To me, you say shrooms, I think of something like heavier, more intense in that manner. And these products just simply aren't that in that sense. They're a lot more easy to.
So you think you think your clientele, you think your clientele, your customer base that buys these, or for first-time buyers that are buying these, do you think that they have that knowledge?
They should, absolutely.
They should is different than they do.
Please release the ingredients as soon as possible. I know you have a lot of customers and consumers that are purchasing these products and they would like to know exactly what they are consuming.
And we took another try at reaching the candy bars manufacturers today, Sacred Journey, and we got a hold of one of the partners, Jackson. But when we asked him what kind of mushrooms were in their product, Jackson told us, quote, we don't talk, end quote. And when we asked Jackson for his last name, he hung up the phone. This isn't the first time shroom-infused candy bars have come under fire. A different company that produces mushroom candy bars late last year ran into issues after hundreds were sickened by their candy bars. That report via the New York Times. With this being a largely unregulated industry, it remains to be seen how elected leaders here in Missouri will try and do something with this new information. I'm Malik Jackson, Fox 4, working for you.